Take two.
So, g'day everyone, my name's Ned. I'm just a regular kid who loves camping at the beach. Every year, we camp at a beautiful wild place called Morton Island National Park. There are no roads, so you need a four-wheel drive to get around. I love it. And my parents have taught me the golden rule of camping. Leave the place better than you found it. We started collecting plastic bags that washed up on the beach, so they couldn't go back in the ocean for turtles to eat. To a turtle, a plastic bag looks just like their favourite food, jellyfish, and so they eat them, block up their guts, and die. We started collecting all sorts of plastic rubbish from the beach, and every year it's the same or worse. This isn't just happening on Morton Island. This is happening on every beach in the world. One of the things we were surprised to find was plastic toothbrushes that looked like they'd been in the ocean a long time and washed up on the beach. So I found a company called the Turtle Tribe, selling bamboo toothbrushes to try to reduce the amount of plastic in the ocean. To help Aussies make the switch away from plastics, I've pledged to give away 1 million bamboo toothbrushes. I'm not rich, and I'm not dumb. The extra toothbrushes I sell keep me in business, and more people can get a free one. I have a charity partner called Ocean Crusaders, and I give them 10% of my profits. I have a factory in China making my brushes for me, and I'm currently negotiating with a fulfillment centre to deliver them to the whole world. My sister's 14 and wants to be a filmmaker, so she made a film about me and how I'm giving away 1 million bamboo toothbrushes. A friend suggested we enter it in the global Be the Change Awards. So we did. And we won. Now, awards are nice, but there's still heaps of plastic in the ocean, and more every day. So I promised them, and I promise you, I'll use the award to make as much change as I can. So here I am. Would you like to see our winning 3-minute video?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Ned, and my favourite place in the world is Morton Island National Park. I love its wild Pacific Ocean beaches and amazing wildlife. But the amount of plastic washed up on the beach makes me mad. The problem is, when we throw rubbish away, there is no away. A lot of it, especially plastic, ends up in the ocean. And by 2050, it's predicted there'll be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Ocean plastics kill marine life, litter our beaches, and pollute our food chain. Some great people work hard to clean up plastic waste, and that's awesome. But it'll never end if we don't stop producing more and more. Did you know that every plastic toothbrush you've ever used is still on the planet somewhere? As Einstein said, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. So we have to change. We have to use less plastic. Every day. Governments around the world are already starting to ban plastic bags, straws, stirrers, and more. So here's my goal. Let's ban plastic toothbrushes. Dentists recommend we replace them every 3 months, and there's no need to make toothbrushes out of plastic. Bamboo ones work just the same, and biodegrade when you're finished with them. So how do we get there? Well, it starts with you and me. If we start using bamboo toothbrushes instead of plastic ones, then the big retailers will start selling them. Then the big manufacturers will start making them. And then governments can ban the plastic ones. I founded the Turtle Tribe to start this process by selling bamboo toothbrushes and supporting beach and ocean cleanups. Now, don't worry, I'll be working on the next step too, campaigning to get the big retailers to sell them. Some dentists are already on board. But while bamboo toothbrushes are a bit hard to get, the Turtle Tribe can send them direct to your door. I'll even give you one to try for free. Together, let's go big. But it starts with one small step, twice a day, every day, using a bamboo toothbrush.
So let's get serious. We've got a plastic crisis. There are now around 15 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean. And every year, another 8 million tons of plastic rubbish enters the ocean. It's the equivalent of a garbage truck of plastic being dumped in the ocean every minute of every day, year after year. If you completely fill this building with plastic, that's how much extra plastic is dumped in the ocean every week. So where does it all go? You might have heard of these massive ocean gyres, where the tides just go round and round in circles. So lots of floating plastic gathers there and never leaves. The biggest is called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and it's about the size of Queensland. A plastic garbage patch the size of Queensland. Lots of toothbrushes there. But don't think it stays just in the gyres. It also washes up on every beach in the world. When we partnered with Ocean Crusaders to do a beach cleanup at Moreton with 50 volunteers this year, we collected over 2 tons of plastic rubbish, including around 200 plastic toothbrushes. Even really isolated places, thousands of kilometres from any other land, like the Galapagos Islands, get our plastic waste, including toothbrushes. Plastic's not just on the surface of the ocean, but throughout the entire water column. A recent expedition went to the deepest part of the ocean on the planet, called the Mariana Trench. It's over 10 kilometres deep. And you know what they found there? You guessed it, plastic. Plastic pollution can also be found in whales, turtles, over 90% of seabirds, and us. Yup, if you eat seafood, you typically ingest around 11,000 plastic particles a year. Like I said, we have a plastic crisis. Plastic pollution in the ocean is a major concern, but the effects of plastic on the climate have been largely unknown, until now. Just 3 weeks ago, the Centre for International Environmental Law released a report on the greenhouse gas emissions of plastic from its entire life cycle. The news is not good. Because plastic is made from fossil fuels, as it breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces, it releases methane and other greenhouse gases, the equivalent of around 200 coal-fired power stations, and growing. If you think that's bad, check this out. Eventually, all plastic in the ocean will break down into nanoplastics. And just like other marine animals are eating plastic, plankton are eating it. Toxic micro and nanoplastics could have the devastating effect of killing plankton and disrupting the ocean's ability to absorb carbon dioxide. Our biggest carbon sink could be switched off by plastic. Without plankton, the entire oceanic food chain would collapse. Oh, and ocean plankton produce over half of the oxygen we breathe, more than all the forests on land. So our oxygen supply is also at risk from plastic pollution. So, what can we do? Everyone can and should contribute to the solution. We have to use less plastic every day. Start by refusing disposable plastics, plastic bottles, bags, straws, toothbrushes, plastic cups, plastic-lined aluminium cans, cutlery and balloons. Recycling is part of the solution, but only after rethinking, refusing, reducing and reusing. Then recycle. A lot of plastic recycling just ends up in landfill anyway. I've got a special message for the kids out there. We are going to have to be generation change. We don't have a choice. The future belongs to us. If we want to inherit a planet that can sustain our lives and those of our children, we have to create this change. Many adults think it's too hard or not important. They're more interested in the economy and jobs. Well, there's no economic future without a future. The plastic crisis and the climate crisis threaten all our futures. Tell your parents you refuse to use disposable plastics anymore. Tell them like your life depends on it, because it does. You can start with a free bamboo toothbrush from our website. I'm calling on the government to ban plastic toothbrushes, because we can't afford to make disposable things out of plastic anymore. I can't fix all the problems in the world, but maybe, just maybe, I can fix this one thing. How about you? What will you fix? Thank you.